Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 131 of the Sonic Movie Show, the only show that's about Sonic news, and Sonic movie news. And with me here today to do whatever we're doing is Devin.
Hedgehog, it is time to say goodbye to humanity. Welcome to the new norm.
That's the full quote?
I don't know, this could be wrong.
I think it is, because Sonic isn't in that scene where he says, this is the new norm.
Listen,
right?
ScreenRant.com/Sonic2 best Jim Carrey quotes is what I got for you today.
I trust Screen Rant as one of the few websites that asks me to turn off my ad blocker but has a button that says, never mind, or whatever, lets you keep your ad blocker on and still use the site. Today's episode of the Sonic Movie Show is going to be a little bit different. We have some breaking news. We have the script for the third Sonic movie, the whole thing, and we're gonna read you off a synopsis. No, we're not doing that. We don't have that. Of course not. They just started or whatever. I think it'd be fun. We'd think it'd be fun if we spent this episode trying to figure out what they would do in the worst possible way. Maybe I'm not explaining this right. Every now and then you have what in the olden days you would call a Nintendo dream. The like, oh my god, what if Super Mario Man and Metroid Man and Superman all fought?
What if Gex is back?
Oh my god, I played Gex 2 the other day.
Really? That's coincidental.
It gave me motion sickness.
I haven't thought of Gex until you said, for some reason, your sentence that you said earlier there, that triggered Gex on the Game Boy Color for me. I don't know why.
I had Gex for Game Boy Color.
Yeah, it was tough for a 5-year-old me.
I had that, and I had Gex 2
gun,
for
right?
PlayStation 1. On the cover.
Does he shoot?
No, he doesn't have a gun. He just has it on the cover.
Oh, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb. Gex was awful. I'm glad Square sold
But
Gex.
I would like a movie of Gex. I think he'd be fun.
Gex, so I booted up Gex 2, which is Gex Enter the Gecko. It was the first one where it was 3D, because the first Gex was a side-scroller.
Might as well be a sponsor.
I didn't realize this whole fucko shtick is that he watches a lot of TV and he says quotes and shit.
Oh.
Or he just...
I don't remember.
It's one of those
talking.
edgy 90s characters that just says crazy things. I boot up a level, and this is before it gives me motion sickness, where I'm like, okay, I'm not playing this anymore. Fuck you, Gex. The level starts, and without any context, he just says, note to self, don't drink tap water from Jerry Garcia's. That's it. I'm like, haha. And then randomly you're playing, and it'll just say something like that too.
90s comedy.
God.
All right, it was a different time. This is before 9/11. We know this. We grew up in a post 9/11 world.
It's true.
We don't.
It's true.
We can't even we see movies before that time, but I don't think we really grasp what that meant.
There was a
because we were too young.
That's true. I don't even have a 9/11 memory. It was 5 or 6. There's a video essay I watched recently about the seminal video game called Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It was a very good video essay. That game is 9 years old. It came out 3 days after I turned 18. I forgot how fucking political and angry that game is. Or one of the villains says he wants to bring America back to the good old days of right after 9/11.
Oh my god.
And then, and I forgot completely that the final boss is a United States senator that wants to burn all of America's support structures down to make us feral. And that's how freedom will be in there. I'm like, oh. And then there's they talk about how the media went crazy about WMDs in Iraq and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't remember any of this in this game. I was just a cyborg ninja.
It's because it was everywhere when Well, I guess when you're 18, I guess it's a little bit later, but still, like, as a kid, like, I remember watching, we watched the news a lot, and it's like, now in hindsight, I'm like, man, there was so much fucking propaganda, dog. Like, yeah. Holy shit.
Well, it's funny, you see the same stuff with Russian media about Ukraine and the same stuff with Israeli media about Palestine that we did about anyone vaguely brown, vaguely east of us.
Yeah. Don't wear a turban at Walmart. Literally, I mean, hate crime is a possibility.
It was like shocking when Lost, the show from like 2003, 2004, whenever that was, showed flashbacks, and the one Muslim guy was getting like harassed at an airport, and it wasn't like because he's a sympathetic character, and it wasn't showing that stuff in a positive light of like, well, of course we have to be suspicious that post 9/11, you know, opinions were. I bet there was discourse.
Remember when we saw that movie that Nicolas Cage did?
Oh my god, yeah.
And it was about the rapture, and like they didn't take the Muslim guy. And they made an explicit point, be like, they're wrong.
Yeah. Remember when the guy that we bought the tickets from, the attendant that we got the tickets from, cheaped you out on money?
Yeah, because he was like having he was having a bad day, and then you made a joke about saying the Nicolas Cage classic or something. You said like, I
said, 3 tickets or whatever, Nicolas Cage masterpiece, and he's like, there's no movie called Masterpiece. Like, okay, this is how we're doing it. I just said the title of the movie. Yeah.
And then like I went up and then I gave him my money for my ticket or whatever, and then like I was like, wait a minute, this is like we were at the popcorn. He
didn't
stand.
Give you change. Like, yeah, I was like, I have no money to buy food.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, because I gave him a 20 or something. I knew the movie ticket was like $9, right? And it was like, wait, I remember he was like, he thought we were like trying to like harass him or something, and I'm like,
me and David, and we were like, can you just look? And he was like, no, or whatever. Like, can you just look? Just see if you have more than you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had the 20.
And then like I remember he just handed it to us and he didn't say nothing. He was he was like, I feel bad for him because I know he was probably just having a rough day and he probably didn't want to deal with our bullshit. That job is, and then he was still wrong because he's probably just agitated. I feel bad in like kind of hindsight. So shout out to that guy. Supposed to be if you're out there. I don't know where you are, but I hope you're not there anymore.
Nah, fuck that guy. He didn't like my joke. There was supposed to be a sequel to that movie.
Oh yeah, remember? I got banned on the Facebook page too, because I kept posting the link to that one video we did where we reviewed the movie.
I don't remember that at all.
We didn't review it
for it.
It was just I filmed what we did before we went to see the movie, and then I did a cut at the end of me just saying it was great. I kept posting it on their Facebook page, being like, "Here's our review, and it got like 500 views or something like that. Eventually, got banned.
You know what else will get 500 views? This episode of the Sonic Movie Show. Let's talk about Sonic 3. Now, we have no idea what's going to be in the movie, except for spoiler alert. If you have not seen Sonic 2, then turn this off. Shadow the Hedgehog is going to be in it, we assume, because he's teased at the end of the second movie. Besides that, and the fact that, Dr. Robotnik is out of the picture, but like, not in a way that is permanent. It's just it's if he comes back or not, right? So there's a couple things in motion, but for the most part,
Agent
it's like,
Stone's back,
all right,
potentially.
As far as our heroes are concerned, clean slate. They got nothing going on. I had this thought today while I was at work. Very smart of them for their own sake, the writers of the movie or whatever, whoever made this decision, to not show, after the conflict's over, Tails and Knuckles, like what happens with them. They just show them playing baseball and then they go get ice cream and then that's it.
Yeah.
Are these people having to live with them? They don't have to answer that in this movie. They can figure this out in 2 years. What do we want to do? Like, because they have to take care of Sonic. He's like their kid. They really want to have Tails and Knuckles too. Does the writers, do they really want all 3 of them living together? Probably not. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this movie. We have no idea what the movie's going to be about. So why don't we go ahead and try to write it for them? They have a lot of work ahead of them. It's going to be difficult getting Shadow's cool shoes to animate well. They need all that time spent there. So let's write the script for them so they don't have to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So we're doing all the work.
And not getting paid for it.
Well, I say this: if we do this and we're somehow spot on, we could sue them.
It is how
Because
that we can
can't
sue them
prove
just like
that they didn't or did not steal our
Right.
script. Or
Well,
our
okay, but
pitch.
then
I guess
that's
it's not a script. We're doing a pitch. We're doing like a general. Here's the plot. Here's the characters involved. Here's this character development or no character development. Here's this set piece. Is that how detailed we're going? We're not doing like dialogue, but like we're doing set pieces. We're doing plot. We're doing.
I'm just thinking
cast.
about what you said about us suing them. I don't think it works like that. I think you have to prove that they've seen it in order for you to sue them.
Because there was on Google. There's a chance they could have Googled free. Yeah,
but there's
Sonic
a million
movie,
fan fiction.
Free Sonic Movie 3 script.
That's what we're naming the episode. Free Sonic Movie 3 script. That's what this.
It's not even
this
script,
episode's titled.
Or I guess it'd be pitch. It'd be pitch.
The story synopsis.
Sonic Movie 3 ideas. Free.
.com.
Free. Download. Online.
I like free Sonic Movie 3 script.
Like that, even though it's not a script, I love it. But that's how all those fucking websites work. It's like free full movie, and it's like not
1080p.
1080p free.
Yeah, 1440.
No sign up.
Oh yeah, even better.
Yeah,
even
no
better.
No account needed.
VPN friendly.
One ad.
Yeah, it's an ad for the it's exactly. Well, I don't know, whatever. it's trying to articulate what I'm thinking about. The worst porn ad you could possibly think about. It's 30 seconds
Your
long.
girlfriend will hate this. Sonic will hate that you're watching this instead of
20
watching
seconds.
a movie. Yeah.
Sonic will be disappointed in you. But then when they watch the movie, it's pitch shifted up and a little bit too fast.
And it has like German subtitles for some reason.
It's crazy. Years ago when Inside Out, the Disney Pixar movie came out, I had seen it in theaters, but at my mom's, they had it streamed through one of, I don't know these things anymore. I don't really have a streaming box. One of those pirating, it streams, illegal copies or whatever. And it was Inside Out, but it was the Korean version or Japanese version with English subtitles. Or no, it was in English, the voicing, but they had Korean subtitles. But it was a Korean version, so I guess they didn't dub the Korean thing. And like there's a scene where she's walking out, like the little girl's walking outside or whatever, and all of the like neon lights and billboards and stuff were changed to be in Korean.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
I'm like, oh, so they do that in some movies. Or if they can just reanimate this neon sign to be written in the language that it's like, oh.
Maybe it's like there's like it's like Illustrator, you can just change the font real quick.
Yeah.
Or change the characters.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if Pixar can do this, I'm tired of watching an anime where I have to read subtitles for what they're saying and then subtitles of what I'm supposed to read at the same fucking time.
Oh yeah.
I hate that shit. God. Just Sonic Movie 3 opens up like this.
Like anime?
No, it opens up like this. I have an idea for a start,
okay.
and we can go from there.
You light the match, then throw it in the fire. Yeah.
Whoosh! Tom is dead. His body was found on May 4th. It was a rainy day.
They're not doing that.
This is how I want it to open. Tom is dead. We don't know how. We don't know why. They're not going to show any bullet holes or anything or however he died. He's dead.
Open casket.
Open casket's how the audience confirm
he isn't
Tom
missing
is dead.
Or something. Yeah.
No, he is dead. He's dead. Only one thing was found at the scene of the crime. Only one thing. I don't know what it is. We need to figure it out. But it will be whatever clue Sonic in that it was a hedgehog that did it.
A quill.
A black quill that or
radiates
red quill, whatever.
I think it'd be black, but it radiates to be red. That would be my guess.
So Shadow's aura in Sonic Adventure 2 is yellow.
Okay, yellow then.
Yeah.
Pikachu colors, whatever.
Yeah, I saw. No tangents. Okay. tired of tangents. I saw a wireless phone charger that was a giant statue of Pikachu, and he held your phone up to his cheek. It was adorable.
I saw a Pikachu butt plug the other day.
Also adorable. That charges your phone.
It also charges your phone.
You can sit on your phone.
It's 2-in-1, baby.
That's what they find at the scene of crime. That's how the movie opens. Tom is dead.
You told me your pitch before we started the episode, like, this will be something that, like, they probably won't do, but they could do, realistically.
They could do
I don't know
this.
if they were, like, going to kill off Tom. At least not like that. Like, he's just dead in the beginning?
He's dead in the beginning.
Is that how it directly opens? There's no, like, fun, like, Tom's not like, I'm going to go get some milk, and, like, goes to the store, and then, man, it's been an hour. Okay, now it's been like 2 hours, and they called the grocery store, right?
The grocery store.
Hey,
well, it
Becky,
is local.
Has Tom been there? Oh, I've not seen Tom. Why? That's interesting. We should go check it out. And then maybe that's how they find his.
I want it to be sad though. I want it to open up with Sonic in the rain, standing on a street, looking all sad. You hear his inner monologue talk about, like, I don't know what word I want to say, just like lamenting about how you never remember the last conversation you had with someone before they're taken away. It's one of those types of things, and it's like flashes because we see parts of his day, and then he's finally at the funeral. He's wearing clothes for the first time, and it's a funeral.
Also, by the way, I don't think. No, never mind. We did see rain in the second movie. I was going to say, but we haven't seen like where it's just like a cloudy, rainy morning kind of day. You know what I mean? Like we saw raining at night, but that doesn't really count. I like this imagery where it's like gray, it's dark, but it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Yeah. So much overcast.
Yeah, and he's just kind of sitting there. Can Tails be holding a cute little like the see-through umbrellas, but it's like yellow, one of those like plastic umbrella. I want one. Yeah. I just need that. Like I think that'd just be cute.
Okay.
And that's for like the kids. Maybe they can't fully grapple the situation. They need some.
Knuckles will be eating rocks or whatever the hell that character does.
He's eating rocks on the side. He's like a fucking dog.
Let's just ruin that character and make him just a complete dipshit.
just eating rocks.
Why is Knuckles gnawing on that tree?
I don't know. He's dumb.
Just
no. I don't know. I don't know if this pitch is gonna work, but I'm all in for it. I think kids need to learn their lesson that people die.
They need to learn about loss,
and they're not all going to watch Coco there or whatever that movie was. They're going to watch this movie and realize that there is no afterlife.
You're just gone.
You're just gone.
Yeah. Okay. So then this is the theme:
death. And
Sonic is going to blame himself.
I was going to mention that earlier when he's doing his monologue there. He talks about how maybe his last interaction with Tom was not a good one, and now he's dead.
Classic.
And then he's gonna think it's somehow his fault. Like, oh, if I didn't yell at him, he wouldn't have gone to the grocery store to get milk or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. Something like that. He blames himself.
That I didn't have cereal for dinner. That's a Sonic fucking thing to do, right? He wants Fruit Loops for dinner.
Yeah.
Like, because they ask him what does he want for dinner. He's like, you know what? Honestly, I just want Fruit Loops. Well, we don't have any milk. Well, fuck you then, Dad.
I feel like Sonic could just run to the store real quick and get milk himself.
Who cares?
He can tell he stole Oreos. Well, no, he threw money down, but like, let's be real. No transaction was done at the cash register.
Yeah,
he stole it. Yeah, even though he left a $20 bill there.
Hey, what's the rule? If you see shoplifting, no, you didn't.
There was no shoplifting. No.
Sonic didn't do anything.
No, let me tell you how to shoplift right now, kids. You walk in, you grab something, and you leave. You don't dilly-dally. These places have to call the cops. Don't give them time. You just go in, grab something, and leave.
Yep.
Yeah. They can't stop you. You just leave. Okay.
There you go. That's the other lesson you're going to learn in this movie.
Just how to shoplift. I also have a tendency to look suspicious whenever I walk into a store. I have this, I know what I want. I'm going to this one spot and I'm looking. If I don't see anything, then I leave. I just look suspicious. It's just the way I am. Me and Anderson Cooper, we share that. He says he gets
Really
suspicious looks. Yeah, people think he shoplifts whenever he shops.
I think it's more of just like
that I heard that.
he probably goes in and he's like, there's that fucking CNN guy I see on the fucking news.
He always has a weird face whenever he's listening intently. Here's like the theming kind of Sonic character arc, right? He blames himself for Tom's death, even though it's not his fault and there's nothing he could have done about it, right? We're going to get to a point at the climax of the movie where it looks like Tails is going to die. He's not, but it looks like he is, and Sonic is ready to blame himself for it.
Tails almost died in the second one, technically.
No.
Okay, so maybe he loses a tail. They put the...
Fuck that. We can go in a different direction altogether. It's one of those, like, you had a life, you ran it, you were running its course, everything was going great, something awful happens to you, you've lost a limb, one of your tails, now you are completely different because of it.
He can't fly
his
no
purpose,
more.
Half of his purpose is gone, right? How does he grapple with that?
That's a B plot.
That's another character arc. That's for the Tails TV show.
Okay.
That's how this movie ends, and then the TV show deals with that bullshit. You know what I mean?
It's him rehabbing.
So Tails is going to die. Sonic saves him, but he needs to learn this lesson. I don't want to kill another character off. Tom dies in the beginning to kind of start this lesson. And then in the fourth movie, Jesus, we're already on 3. On the fourth movie, it's going to start with a flashback where Tom teaches Sonic another lesson. You know? I think we said this before. Like,
I like how we
Wonder
set up
Woman
the second
movie.
one sets up of him being dad, and he's just dead in the third immediately. This is some triple X bullshit, and I love it.
And Samuel Jackson comes back in at the end, listening to his favorite song at his funeral.
Yeah. No, I like this. I just think so. You want the dot we need to connect is, well, in the second movie, he had that like arc of like a hero has his time and he won't know it until it happens, right? So I feel like we're building off of that, where like, oh, kind of like they did with some of the Marvel movies, like Iron Man, is that people die. You're not gonna be able to save everybody, you know. So maybe there's that part of that where like he thinks that's the lesson he learns, is that as a superhero, people are gonna die and he can't save everybody. Doesn't mean he shouldn't try to, but he can't live. He can't live with that burden of, hey, like that. I couldn't stop 9/11. Going back to 9/11, like for example,
Sonic was too young.
He's too young.
Yeah.
But I'm saying using that as an example that like maybe Shadow destroys half a city.
Fuck. Yeah, we gotta. You'd have to.
Okay, maybe not as half a city. Maybe he blows up a preschool or something. Like he has like you know, or when the Joker in the Dark Knight like blows up the hospital. We need that kind of scene for Shadow. That's what I think we need to show that Shadow is not someone that is just like, I'm going to punch you
fuck
hard.
with Shadow.
Yeah, he is malicious. He is bloodthirsty.
I love it. Yeah, the hospital thing is great because you don't have to show any people. If you don't show any people at all,
PG-13.
I think you can get away with that
PG-13.
in PG. With Sonic, were these PG-13 movies?
We're doing PG-13.
Okay. Fine.
We
Whatever.
get one F-bomb, which is great.
Yeah. And a series of holy shiitake mushrooms, holy sherbet, all of these. You just throw a holy shit randomly.
Yeah, I'll have to be halfway through. Like, he actually says it this time.
Yeah. You brought up, the theming or whatever. The lesson Sonic needed to learn in Sonic 2 was, when your moment comes, then you'll be ready or whatever. Sonic can guilt himself, be like, my moment came and left. I didn't save Tom. Like, he could blame himself, being like,
he failed or something.
So Tom is dead.
Yeah. They
bury the body, but there is evidence there is that black quill that had with the yellow energy, zipping, zapping off of it. It's a hedgehog's quill. Now what do we do? Do we cut to our villain? Do we continue following our heroes?
I think we do a Jaws thing with this, where everyone's going to want to see Shadow, and we don't show Shadow until it's time. You know what I mean? So I think we get Gunn involved. I think this is where Gunn comes in, where Gunn is gonna maybe Gunn finds the quill. You know what I mean? Like maybe they come. Maybe they knew something was like Sonic could tell something was off.
He escaped because the end of the second movie they know about him.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe
it's implied he wakes
Shadow
up,
has like a radioactive aura or something. They somehow trace him. He was in Green Hills.
Radioactive. His shoes. It's literally like uranium and nuclear energy that's
He's
making
made
him
of radon. They said he was made in the 50s, right? Why can't he be radioactive? That's like
50 years ago, so that would be the 70s.
Fuck, it's still like prime Cold War time. Yo, what if he's Russian?
We gotta change our actor list then. Who's up and coming Russian actor?
I don't know. Well, we don't do that anymore. We don't no Russian actors because it's their fault that they're invading Ukraine.
No Russian. The Modern Warfare 2 opening level.
But yeah, no, I like that. I think the quill and I think Gunn just has to be involved. We can work that out later.
Right.
That's not our job.
Well, I want there to be the truck chase from City Escape at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
It's very feasible for them.
But we need to make sure Gunn is involved. I think they like introduced in the second one. I think Gunn needs to be like more involved. I think we like Gunn. If anything, maybe Gunn is working, or maybe Sonic's working for Gunn. Maybe they're trying to be like, we know he killed Tom. Maybe we don't even know that.
Ooh,
here's the plot twist.
Okay.
They say that they found a quill near Tom's body, and they use that as leverage to get Sonic to work for them.
Okay, that's similar to what I was thinking. I agree with the idea. They don't know that it's not Sonic. They think it is Sonic. Because that's what Sonic Adventure 2 is. They see Shadow doing stuff, they assume it's Sonic, right? So that Sonic's on the run because, yeah, and he has to prove that it wasn't him that killed Tom.
And then that's where you get like maybe the truck chase at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the first half. It's Sonic, and the second half they realize it's Shadow. Like Shadow comes out of the woodwork, and
so you want Sonic to work with Gunn.
Yeah.
Here's how you do it. That truck chase is early in this sequence, and they catch him. And then so we can have him running from Gunn.
Like in the level, you run away from it, but no, this time the truck win.
Exactly. Remember, it's in Sonic Generations, and the truck has like buzzsaws and rocket engines on it. I loved that.
Yeah, can the truck be more of like a kind of like a
it transforms
a pound truck? You know, like the ones in the cities that go and get dogs and cats. But it's like a giant.
Small.
It's a giant version of that for some reason.
A big like robotic arm with the glove holds a net out trying to catch Sonic. Yeah. Okay. So Sonic doesn't know about the quill. Gunn finds it, and like, so someone a part of this, maybe he's Olive Garden guy, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Sonic needs to somehow learn that it's his fault. So like maybe it's a police like on the news or whatever. So reports are.
So would he know Tom is dead then at that point, or no? Because I feel like that kind of contradicts the like he knows Tom is dead.
He knows Tom is dead. We have the funeral. We don't know how, but he's dead.
And then Gunn
news
out of nowhere
later that night. News report, new evidence about the Rakowski murder. This was seen at the scene of the crime, and it's a quill.
Okay,
it's black and lightning yellow, but so the kids know it's not Sonic.
Yeah.
But we just no one else knows. You know what I mean? Just exactly what the game is. Sonic and Shadow look nothing alike. They're literally being racist, saying you're hedgehogs. It's you. But so then so people are like, okay, and there's only one known hedgehog, so Sonic, it's we maybe they don't say that in the news report, but that we get Sonic feeling like, wait, what? And then like Gunn raids the house, like, you're under arrest, Sonic, and he runs away.
The house gets kind of destroyed, like at the end, like in the second one, they never go back to it. What if it's like repatched briefly? And like all that shit gets destroyed again for the comedy.
The truck comes. That's how you reveal the truck. It smashes through the house. That's its reveal.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
You think we're gonna be doing this in San Francisco? No. We're doing this in Montana.
Yeah, I do the truck, have it come like through the side of the house. We have to make it a way where like everyone else isn't threatened. Oh yeah, where's Tails and Knuckles in the middle of this? Are they there? How about this? They're not.
Rocks.
How about they're not there? How about like Knuckles and Tails are in another galaxy doing something else? Like they had to go somewhere.
Knuckles' show is taking place during this movie or something like that. So he can intersect a couple times, but he's out of the picture. And Tails is in the garage. He's got his heavy metal music playing on his headphones. He don't hear shit.
He's listening to some deathcore or something. And then that'd be hilarious if he's listening to music the entire time and he has no idea.
Yeah.
And then Sonic's running away, and then the rest of the family is there. And he's getting chased by a truck.
Which is just Maddie and the dog.
Maddie and the dog. No, yeah, now you say that.
Tom is dead.
No, fuck it. Have her sister back. And like they're having like Thanksgiving or something. Yeah, can this take place? Can this be a Thanksgiving movie? There's not enough Thanksgiving movies. Let's make this during Thanksgiving. And maybe Thanksgiving's a little awkward this year because Tom's dead. Maybe her sister is talking about that. Like, I went too hard on him, and now he's gone. Like, she's weeping. And then you have the agent guy. And then we can have the joke again that he's still undercover.
Well, I think he would still work for Gunn. He wouldn't lose his job.
I know, but like, you would think that he's not like...
his undercover is him lying about quitting.
And then he's actually like, oh, you guys should go outside. There's fireworks or something. They all leave because he knows the truck coming. You know what I mean?
I forgot about this character, which is wild. When you said the agent dude, I thought about Olive Garden guy. I'm like, why is he having Thanksgiving with it?
No. I want the husband. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but like he's like, I need to show you something outside. And he gets all of them to go outside. And then he's like, oh, but Sonic, it's a surprise for you. And then like, that's when we find out that the truck's coming. Then Tails is listening to headphones, so he has no idea what's happening. And then
Tails skips out on Thanksgiving dinner.
For some reason, he doesn't believe in Thanksgiving. He knows it's a racist holiday. So Sonic's getting chased by the truck. But then I think that sets up a possible B plot that Tails and the rest of the family have to work together for the rest of the film to find Sonic.
Tails having to teach them how to make the stuff.
They make a fucking airplane together or something.
Exactly. So this is what Tails
like Madagascar. Where they all make the plane to get off the island.
Yeah, and then the second movie is like they made it to Africa and that's it.
Yeah, they crash or whatever, yeah.
Okay, so Thanksgiving is starting.
Yeah.
So they're not at the table yet. And Tails is working on the blue and yellow, the tornado that he has in Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2.
He's cooking the turkey outside. Okay. He's doing a smoked turkey. He's doing something a little different. Okay. You know what I mean?
But to do what you said, he took a ring, went and grabbed some weird feathered animal. That's what they're eating. When they realize Sonic is on the run or whatever, Tails needs to finish the tornado. So we get the montage of them all helping Tails. It'd be a cute scene.
I don't even think it's a scene. I think it'd be multiple. I think they don't know where Sonic went, and since Sonic gets captured and has to wind up working for Gunn once they find out he didn't do it, but they need Sonic. Sonic never gets to communicate with his family.
Right.
Kind of like F8.
Right.
See where I'm tying all the episodes together. I'm tying all the work we do together into this show.
Okay.
Yeah. So like Tails has to work with the rest of the family. And kind of like we're like, where'd Sonic go? We don't know anything. And then Sonic maybe does different things, kind of like Dom does in Fast and Furious 8, where he goes, like they know generally where he's going to be, and he does something, and they can never catch him in time. So I think it's them working together to save Sonic, and Sonic knows that he can't. He thinks he did kill Tom Wachowski in some way, or maybe, you know what I mean? Like there's some of that guilt. I don't know. There's about to be some sort of leverage that Gunn keeps. Maybe they put Suicide Squad. They put a fucking bomb in his head.
It's got to be PG. Can't do that.
If Sonic, you try to run away, it doesn't matter how fast you go. With the press of a button, your head is popped. All right. And then he says, "What am I? Some sort of Suicide Squad guy?" And then they got that joke in there.
Yeah. And someone just is the only person that laughs. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's what the fam is doing. Sonic, he has to chase down Shadow. So basically, here's my question. What does Shadow want? And why did Shadow kill Tom?
I think he's like almost like
is he out to hurt Sonic? And that's why he target Tom because of that?
I think he's controlled by Agent Stone.
in a direct manner or in I have leverage on you, you gotta do what I say?
Some sort of. I still like our idea that we threw out, I think 2 episodes ago, that Knuckles was made by Eggman's father or something, and like
Shadow
was made by Eggman's father or something to that, or mother or something like that. And now Eggman's dead too, allegedly. So like, he's the one that helped the hedgehog. You're not might be able to kill Sonic, but we can have Sonic come right into our trap. Maybe they're trying to do a trap, so they kill Tom.
Okay, to lure Sonic.
Yeah.
Just to start it. Okay.
So once again, this is kind of like the Knuckles thing where, Knuckles was kind of misled. Shadow's getting kind of misled here, but he still is. I think I like the idea that he was created by Mama Eggman, or whatever we want to call her. I like the idea that Eggman had a mother who was like worse than him, like evil wise,
and
created Shadow.
So Shadow's motivation, though, is just want
revenge for the death of his mother.
Okay.
Well, not death of his mother, but like the death of his mother's son. It's like it's all about family.
Yeah.
Because Tails is with the family, they're working together. Maybe they don't all get along, and Tom's dead, and that kind of make them gel more together. And without Sonic, they realize, maybe Sonic's important too. Maybe there was that drama. Maybe the wife, or not the wife, the sister there. I'm forgetting everyone's names today. The sister blames Sonic for Tom's death. Maybe there's an argument at the dinner table.
Okay.
But like, for someone who's so fast,
and
I don't know how you couldn't have stopped.
That's why Sonic separates himself from the group. He stomps off. He goes inside,
and then the truck hits.
And the truck smashes straight into them.
Yeah,
that is such a brilliant subversion right there. You're expecting broad daylight city streets, hopefully San Francisco, but no, it's the evening. The sun is setting, because it's Thanksgiving. I like that. Yeah, so it's like time zones. Yeah, and it right into that wasn't a really good smashing into a house sound, but you know what I mean.
Sonic goes in the living room and it turns on the football game, right? And he's like, whatever. And then come through behind the wall comes the fucking truck.
And it just says gun right in the front, so you know exactly what this is. Okay. I love that.
And I want to take away the whole what's his name being undercover again. I want them to be like, what the heck? And then Sonic just bolts. Like he immediately bolts. Because we watched on the news before the football game that Sonic is not wanted, but that they talked about the quill and then being like, oh, that's weird. I want there to be that kind of there's no reason,
plausible, because they
I don't want anyone to think
quill.
That someone's coming for Sonic though. At the same time, I want people to think that oh, Shadow did it,
right?
But then all of a sudden the gun truck's here, and you're like, why is he here?
It's chasing Sonic.
Oh, now it makes
and then they capture him. So we're running through Montana. Hopefully down some slopes if possible.
There's plenty of mountains and hills that they could have them go down or whatever.
Exactly. I also, by the way, would love if we just say fucking and every single one of these movies ends with the climax in Green Hills.
We might as well again, right?
But this isn't the climax, obviously. But yeah, so it's chasing him, and eventually it does catch him. However, it doesn't matter. We don't need to go into specifics.
Lasers, something.
Exactly. Tasers. Yeah. They shoot his kneecaps.
Oh my god.
PG.
They
catch him.
They put the spikes in the road like they do with actual cars.
Fuck.
So he just gets his legs torn off.
I want to know what those look like. How deep or how
I think
tall are those?
They're kind of like big nails. They're made
right because they have to immediately pop.
Yeah. And I think there's 2 rows of them. I don't know.
I had I don't know how years and years ago. Back when I was still living in Rochester, I somehow rolled perfectly over a bolt, and that it popped my tire, but also filled the hole. So it was an extremely slow leak that happened over a month.
That's crazy.
And I finally noticed it. I'm like, there's this shiny thing, and it was a bolt perfectly stuck in there.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're much sharper and they're meant to be more serrated. That you're not.
It's just instantly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so let's not do that with Sonic, though. But they catch him. We don't need the specifics.
Yeah.
And they think it is Sonic that killed him. And this is their excuse.
They interrogate him.
This is their excuse to catch him. Because they've been, proven wrong before in the second movie. You know what I mean? So, okay, so we'll keep our distance. But they want a reason to catch Sonic. And this is their reason. Because he killed Tom. They don't really know that. They see what they see. And however Sonic needs to do it to convince them is enough.
They do a DNA
but he
test.
has to work with them.
Test with the quill.
I would love. Yes, that is how you could do it. I would love if they just hold it next to Sonic and like, no, it's a different color. That's how they know. But one of the stipulations is Sonic needs to work with them
to prove his innocence.
Whoever did. And to catch
whoever
whoever
did
do it.
We can't, even though the DNA test doesn't match, you're the only creature on this planet that had, maybe he's like 99.9%, the same DNA. So they're like, that's enough in court. That's enough in court.
Yeah.
There's nothing else like you on this planet besides that Red and Tails guy. Yeah.
And then Sonic takes off his glove and says the glove doesn't fit.
I would love if OJ, I remember we wanted O.J. Simpson to be Knuckles originally, but
I don't know if we wanted him to. We just love the idea of the reveal and it being O.J. Simpson. Okay, here we go. We hold the quill up, or however, okay, it's obviously not him, but it's like, wait, this is a hedgehog quill. You're the only hedgehog, right? Do you know any other hedgehogs? And that's when Sonic gets I literally don't know anyone else that's a hedgehog. Because, we had the idea, I had the legit idea that they might introduce Amy in the next movie as well. If they're already introducing another hedgehog, they might, maybe they'll do some hedgehog lore. Because we have owl lore and echidna lore. They made up the owl
hog
shit.
Lore, yeah.
We have no hog lore. Give me Amy. Let me see that hog. So that's an idea. Right. And I obviously, this is me personally, don't want anything to fucking do with the comics or any of that shit. I'm sorry, people that like those comics. Not for me. You also apparently have a writer that will sue Sega at any given moment if they do anything echidna related. So I think it's best if we skip anything comic book related. As far as I know, it's just Amy and Sonic that are the only hedgehogs. And besides antagonists like Silver.
I think for this movie, though, I know we predicted having Amy in it, but
we can just make up more hedgehog characters or whatever.
I want it just to be Shadow and him. I don't want Amy to be introduced in this movie.
Okay.
Because this is a dark film.
Interesting. This is a dark film.
And she's way too vibrant and just positive for this movie.
Well, if she has a goth phase, an emo phase,
I mean that'd be fire.
A punk rock phase,
that'd be fire. But we know that's not her.
Fair.
She's not listening to Korn. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense to me.
She's listening to Korn, but it's spelled with a C.
Yeah, some other indie band that you never heard of called Korn with a C.
And that's their title, Korn with a C. Okay.
Some ska shit right there.
Yeah. Okay. So Sonic is working for Gun.
Yeah.
First question.
I think the leverage is he has no other proof. But he's like, I gotta try to prove it to you.
So Sonic has to be able to run fast, and he's going to be able to get away from Gun if he wants to, regardless.
Ankle thing on him,
so they can track him.
Yeah, and it can shock him if he goes the wrong way, it'll paralyze him or something. However he was captured, they just do that. It'll happen instantly.
That's simple. That's easy for us to show.
Yeah,
because it already happened once to him. We don't need to see the effects again. Okay. So what do they need to, well, this is where we get into let's write a fucking plot. What's their point A, B, C, and D as they go through this journey? I don't think we need to go through and make up set pieces and whatnot of the MacGuffin to lead to the MacGuffin to go to here or anything like that.
I think that they have to go to where Shadow broke out in some way.
Okay.
But the thing is, if Sonic's trying to prove, he would have to know that information instead of them. So, if they figure out it's not him, would they Maybe they bring him to the scene of the crime and be like, "You're telling us
That's
you
true.
didn't
They already
do this?"
fucking know about Shadow.
Fuck.
Oh.
Damn, our whole plot has been ruined by one.
Fuck. These fuckers on YouTube just tell us one little bit and our whole movie falls apart. Okay. Okay.
How about this? They capture him.
We just retcon that and just say, oh, I had no idea what that was. No,
they capture him.
That's lame.
And they think maybe he's just involved. Maybe they just think, like, is this your brother or something? We heard about this Shadow Project. What do you know about it? Did you break him out? And then Sonic's like, I don't know anything about a Shadow Project. And they quickly, like, learn that. We definitely need the truck in this shit.
For sure. Well, yeah.
I think they just capture him just to be like, it's more of like a precaution that that's their argument, is that like,
your only lead, you need to do this for us.
Yeah, and we have you in custody because we don't know if, like, we think it might be Shadow, but we also don't know if you're working with him. Right,
because you're a hedgehog.
Yeah, guilty by association.
Exactly. Now,
maybe their DNA does. Maybe their DNA somehow is like I said, it's like super accurate.
It's close enough.
It's like it's your brother or something like that. Like it could be.
I mean, 70% of our DNA is the same as a banana's. So, but yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's it's
you
very
both
close.
have type O
and
negative
it's obviously
blood,
it's obviously going to be skewed because there's only 2 hedgehogs they've ever done the DNA test on. But here's my question now: as far as our villains are concerned, does their plan involve anything beyond Earth? Do we have the Ark? Do we blow up the moon? Do we do anything spacey? Or do we just stay on Earth?
I kind of like that we kind of make this almost like a I'm getting like espionage vibes for this, like a dark, gloomy espionage film. We get a little bit of like the grunge, because Shadow's grungy as fuck. You know what I mean? So we know Timothy Chalamet is playing him. So like we need to.
We know it.
We know it. Like it's guaranteed at this point.
If Christopher Walken can be in the next Dune, this guy can be in Shadow.
Yeah. So like I don't know if like space doesn't feel like that vibe. You know what I mean? Like and then we already know Timothy already can do space. We're trying to put him in a different mold.
This guy can do space. He's fine.
So I think we have it on Earth, and I think it's more like undercover like places. Like there's like they have to infiltrate different areas. Like that factory there, maybe there's robots that are defending it or something, and there's like a whole battle sequence or something there.
And they look kind of like the E10, the Gamma from Sonic Adventure. They look kind of, but it's not supposed to be him.
Maybe Mama Eggman's still alive or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. How about this? Mama Eggman wakes up.
Plot revealed: cryostasis, cryo sleep, whatever it was.
Agent Stone wakes her up. That's everyone thinks he's going to wake up Shadow. He doesn't know anything about Shadow. He wakes up Eggman's mother from cryosleep,
right?
And she said, "Do not wake me up unless it's important. I'm trying to see the future when robots are ruling the world, because that's their whole thing, right? Is that Eggman believes that? So she wants to wake up for when her son,
right?
Maybe that's a whole other plot too. Is that she wants her son to build the metropolis planet of robots. When he's dead, she takes his place as the rightful queen of that world." I mean, it's like some really evil, twisted, fucked up shit. She hates her son, actually, but she knows she needs him so she can get what she wants, because maybe he's smart, like more smart. She's like the evil when he's more the smart evil, you know what I mean?
Now, question.
Not saying she's not smart, but you know what I mean? That like he's the technological genius when she's more of like the puppet master.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here is a question then.
Yeah.
Does Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman or Robotnik show up in the movie at all?
He's retired.
No? Okay.
We're gonna do the scenario that he retires. Yeah, it's the last thing he said, so that's all we got. So let's say he retires. Okay.
Okay.
We think he's gone. Okay. And then Agent Stone goes to Mama Robotnik. I like that that's the name, Mama Robotnik. I like that as the name.
Yeah.
And she's in cryo sleep, and she's in like this fucking like vault somewhere, and it looks very H.R. Geiger-y, but like maybe there's some red and shit in there. Like that's what I'm visualizing. We don't have any designers on call here to like really draw it out.
Yeah, but it looks awesome.
It looks fucking awesome.
It just looks awesome.
H.R. Geiger inspired, and she comes out.
So Agent Stone wakes her up. How does Shadow come into play? She wakes up Shadow?
She's like, have you used my secret? Why didn't you use our weapon? And then he's like, what weapon? Oh, he didn't tell you?
The ultimate life form.
The ultimate life form. Like, he should, or maybe she says, oh, he should be ready by now. Like, maybe
I like
maybe
the idea that
him.
Eggman didn't know anything about this stuff. That he had no idea that she was alive, let alone, I don't want necessarily them to be in cahoots and he's got betrayed. So I like the idea that Eggman had no idea about any of this.
Or maybe I think it's okay that Eggman knows that his mother's in cryosleep, but like he doesn't know her true motives, which is to replace him, to usurp him once he does the work for her. Because his whole thing is, I'm so smart.
Right.
Like, who raised him to be like that? Someone just as evil, if not worse.
Right. That can even be true. That's a trailer line there. You know? Yeah, for sure. Okay. So then they need to send Shadow they send Shadow to lure out Sonic by killing Tom, but then we need to give Shadow something to do as well.
He's... What if we do like a Spider-Man No Way Home kind of thing where he's trying to make Sonic look bad, and maybe Gunn knows that it's not Sonic, but since, like I said, like they have to keep Sonic kind of like hostage because of publicity reasons, that like because the general public doesn't know about Sonic or doesn't know about Shadow, so they see a hedgehog on TV destroying shit or like blows up a building or something.
Right.
Like it's got to be Sonic, and then eventually like. You know, Gunn's like, well, we have Sonic. It can't be him. So, Sonic, you're going to have to save the day. But you're also still being held accountable. You can't stop him. There you go. We fixed our own issues with the plot that, like, they knew about Shadow. I think they captured Sonic because they have to for PR reasons. And then they eventually have to let Sonic do his thing as much as they don't want to try to fight Shadow. And then, meanwhile, Tails and family are trying to reach Sonic or just... They have no contact with them for some reason. You know, he doesn't have. You know, they don't have his number or whatever.
Before I forget, yeah, because he has an iPhone 12.
Yeah, they took that shit.
He has the small one. He has your phone.
Yeah, I know. He's the
in
mini,
your color.
iPhone 12 mini. Yeah,
because he's a small person. You know what I mean? So that, yeah. Before I forget, here's the post credits that I want to have in the movie. I want to copy Batman v Superman and have everyone walk away from the actual funeral and the dirt kind of lifts up around Tom's grave.
That's all you just wanted to do this whole thing just for that bit that he's
just for that bit. He's alive. He's just like Superman was.
How does he make any sense?
No, that would be funny. It also would be funny if Tom was never dead. So they figure out a way to make that happen. But so Sonic is on the trail. Let's just make it real simple. He has to accomplish 3 okay difficulty level things to kind of then be able to find Shadow. So he does stuff, whatever. Him and Gunn do stuff. Whole time, the fam is just trying to find Sonic. We need to keep their screen time's a simple focus, and not try to have a C, D, A, E plot with all of them. You know what I mean? They're taking a bit of a back seat. This is Sonic versus Shadow. So we cut to them every now and then as Sonic does his stuff. And
maybe Tails Han Solo's it like towards the end when like Sonic's about to get beaten, and then like Sonic or Tails and family all of them have their own individual plane that has guns, and they help in some way. Maybe there's like robots that's fighting alongside Shadow, and they're able to take care of the robots so Sonic can 1v1 Shadow fairly. And you were talking about space earlier, and I said I don't want to do space, but maybe we can do the arc with Mama Robotnik, that she has like a giant ship somewhere hidden in the Arctic.
But she wasn't in it though.
No,
because
they go and get
how did Agent Stone get into space? But yeah, okay. So the big set piece final battle thing is the arc is taking off. We gotta stop it,
or else it will blow
so it
up
never leaves the atmosphere in the movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, in our idea, but we need to stop it and Shadow's like, that wasn't part of the deal, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they have to team up at the end.
That wasn't part of the deal. I was supposed to be king.
I did not watch Dune.
And then that's not the Dune soundtrack's playing in the background. I love that. Let's put that in the back of anything. It just makes it cooler. The Hans Zimmer effect.
I just like the idea that in the sequel to that movie, there is a possibility, because I didn't see this first Dune, I have no idea, that Jason Momoa will have a conversation with Christopher Walken on screen. I love that idea. Okay. Just want to see what happens.
So yeah, the final set piece should be the Ark is leaving. Where is it leaving?
Yeah.
Like, it's leaving Earth, but like where? What point?
Green Hills, Montana? No. Although,
I like it being in like New York City or something. Let's just go classic. We'll just do Brooklyn. Maybe it's underneath New York City. Like her mother built this ship, like during World War I or something. Like there was a reason for it to be there, or call it the Manhattan Project, and that's really what they were building. And like the government just forgot about it because they can say like, I had the government
Cold War espionage.
Yeah,
and files were stolen.
Yeah, and then like I've had this underneath New York City the entire time, and it's like. Maybe some buildings get destroyed, then there's some of that. And then we can go back to Sonic can't save everybody, and then he has to stop the ship, so it's like, but then his friend's like, we'll save the people, and then like Sonic's gotta go fight Madam Robotnik.
Madam Robotnik is her final form.
Yeah. And I want Agent Stone obviously to have more role in this, and I think
he has scenes and shit. We don't need to.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sonic and Shadow need to do the race fight thing that they do in Sonic Adventure 2, where it's like a race. I thought it was an actual race when I first played that game, and eventually you run out of track, and I'm like, I don't understand, but I won. I didn't realize you're supposed to fight Shadow, but that's what they do, right?
Maybe they're racing on a in New York City they have like the train rail system.
I like the idea that they're racing on the Ark.
I'm saying they can race
as
towards
it's rising,
the Ark, and then like it's rising, and they're going on like you're bouncing off the buildings and like kind of like parkouring their way. Then eventually they get on top of it. Maybe it's a long arc, so it's like more like a rail almost. Does Shadow have a gun?
Can
he
a scene will show him holding it, and something happened. He just doesn't have it.
Can he have? If he does have one, give him like a ray gun, basically of some sort. Like make it very cartoony, so it's not like he has a fucking deagle in his hand.
Well, that's what he has in the.
I know, but since we're
Shadow the Hedgehog,
we'll make it more of like it's a laser gun. It just blows up shit.
Shadow the Hedgehog was rated E10. I feel like he could hold the gun as long as he doesn't do anything with it. Not even threateningly, because you got to remember too, Sonic Adventure 2, not Sonic Adventure 2. Oh my god, Sonic Movie 2. They all had tasers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and movies are different than video games too in terms of the ratings. So like,
yeah.
If you gave him a sword of some sort, like a lightsaber kind of thing,
a shadow saber.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say fighting with.
He doesn't have a gun in Sonic Adventure 2. So if we base it off that, then we don't need to give him a gun at all.
Okay. I'm just making sure we get all the bases.
We give him an M4 with all the attachments.
Yeah, scope,
just all
muzzle,
of them. Just there's
stock. Yeah.
There's a flashlight on one side, a laser sight on the other.
On it. And it has a little
it's
version
the
of him.
baby Nessie from Apex.
Yeah.
A little Loch Ness monster thing.
Maybe it's a child.
I have no idea where that came from.
If it's a child, that'd be hilarious.
No, Larry, there you go.
All right, so our final battle is Sonic has to fight Shadow, beats Shadow, and then fights.
Then he has to fight Madam Robotnik in her mechanical. I like the idea, thinking H.R. Geiger, She's in like a suit that's like partially around like her limbs and maybe lower body, but she's like exposed and up here around her head and torso. And there's wires and cables into like a pod type thing. So it's like a giant machined thing, but then she's also like this person in it. So Sonic goes to fight her in that, and it's not enough. And Tails tries helping. And then that's where we can have our Tails is gonna die and Sonic blah blah. And Shadow isn't dead or whatever. Shadow helps him. However we get to that point, Sonic and Shadow stop her.
Of course.
Together.
Or can Knuckles come back?
He's eating rocks.
He's still eating rocks. Because maybe he comes back at this situation. Like whatever he was doing is not as important as this.
Yeah. Yeah, those rocks will always be there. He can go back.
And this ship has to crash into like the Atlantic Ocean or some shit. And then the other question we have is, do we kill off either Agent Stone or Mama / Madam / Mrs. Robotnik?
Mama Robotnik dies. Because we don't want to bring her back. She was her whole plot is literally in this movie. If we bring her back, then we have to come up with a new conflict and a new reason for motivation. Because the next one is we bring back Jim Carrey. We do just give him $1 billion and say, come back. That's how we solve it for movie 4. You said the Atlantic Ocean. Post credits. The Ark has something in it. Something in the water. In the Atlantic Ocean. That's how you get chaos from Sonic Adventure.
That's how we tease. The fourth one is, if you don't get Jim Carrey, you can just be like, it's a kaiju movie. It's
just chaos. But if you have Jim Carrey back, well, then we can have more plot.
Yeah. If not, then we just have chaos attacks a city or something.
And just instantly levels it, just like in the end of Sonic Adventure.
It just attacks London or something, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's like,
but no one's sad, though.
We saved this. Well, we got to remember that game came out 2 years before 9/11.
All I'm saying, it just wipes out all of England.
So we didn't
know. Wipes out all of England, and the world rejoices.
Yay!
You know what? At least it was that city. Am I right, bruv?
They still had colonies.
Yeah, like Sonic's like, Sonic makes a joke about that. Oh, at least it was them,
I like the idea, and we're not really entirely doing it, but we like the idea of a reoccurring villain character who's not the ultimate power. It's not like your antagonist is the devil or something. He's a man, right? And I like that this third movie, we don't want him in this movie at all, but I do like the idea of him wounded and vulnerable in a sense, and literally being used and for an ultimate purpose by his own mother for a selfish reason or whatever, and he comes out and there is a chance where he could go good, but this makes he chooses to go even further down into evil or whatever, right? There's a chance that he could be redeemed in some way by helping our heroes and, changing, but no, he forces it down further. So our next movie, if we can get Jim Carrey back, I like that we're debating. We could just say he's back.
Yeah.
But in the fourth one, it is him, and this is where he goes into ultimate, like full on. Like, he's not second movie, he's just trying to catch that hedgehog, stop him so he can do what he wants to do, right? For the most part, the Chaos Emerald or the Master Emerald's a big thing about it, but you know what I mean. This fourth movie is when he comes back in full force, but we're not talking about the fourth movie. So I think we kind of just summed up though the third movie.
Yeah, we fixed kind of some of our plot holes we had based off just remembering things as we went through it. But yeah, so basically, Tom dies. Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Truck.
Yep. Sonic
captured. For PR reasons, because everyone thinks it's Sonic, and
as America does,
they need a scapegoat. Sonic's a WMD basically. So they capture Sonic, but then they realize pretty quick that it's definitely not Sonic. This nuclear power plant was just exploded or something by Shadow. Millions dead. Sonic, we need your help.
So when they say millions dead, by the way, no one says it. just on the TV where they say it says the death count in the corner.
And it's
eagle-eyed
kind of blurry,
people,
but you see 6 digits. So you're like,
you're like, whoa. Oh, it'd be 7 digits for a million.
Whatever. It more than like 1. So then it's like, okay, there's people.
Yes,
it was pretty bad.
Yes.
So then that, and then Sonic. We have a couple scenes where Sonic just Shadow barely escapes, goes to the next place. Those set pieces can be filled in by the more action-y writers in the room. And then basically by the end... and then obviously we skipped over the part where Agent Stone wakes up Mama Robotnik, and eventually...
That can happen...
pretty early on.
Because we want the movie to open up with, Tom is dead, but that can happen early on as like a flashback leading to the present where they're at. Yeah.
And then we get the Ark... And then maybe there was giant speakers or something on the ship, and she like yells to the city that like I'm gonna go blow up the moon or something. Then eventually Sonic fights. Sonic maybe gets beat a little bit, but then Tails and Friend all have their little ships, and they come and blast away all the robots that were kind of making it tough for Sonic. Then Sonic fights Shadow finally, and now that Shadow has to kind of stick in one spot. He can't run away. Sonic wins, proving that he's actually the ultimate life form because, of course, and eventually stops Madame Robotnik.
Yeah, that is
Which
Sonic
lands
3 in a nutshell. Post-credit is chaos teased.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. Hire us to actually get the rights to use this script.
Yeah, and obviously you can change things, Jeff, but like feel free to call us up, hit us up, slide in our DMs on Twitter or something, and like we will quit our jobs right now if you gave us the call. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. And like
I guess I would be willing to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot to point out we fucked up. We should have said we were spoiling the third movie at the beginning, so we're sorry, guys, because they are going to take this deal. So you guys now know what the third movie is. Yeah,
they know that we're the ultimate life forms.
They probably already know what the movie is by now. They probably already have the script done. It probably took a couple weeks for someone to get a basic outline of like, all right, here's the general structure. And the
first thing they wrote was Shadow is played by Timothy Clementi.
Yeah. That's what it says in the script, so that pops up in text.
That's the first thing that's the first thing that's the first after the Paramount logo goes. It's all black and it just in white font. It just says, in Times New Roman, it just says Knuckles is played by Timothy Clementi.
It does the typewriter tick 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 tick, like each letter pops up.
But it doesn't introduce anyone else. It just by the way, just so y'all know.
Yeah. We got a big star now. No more X-Men actors from the early 2000s.
No.
Jim Carrey was expensive. We got a second Jim Carrey. We got to replace him. This kid's a lot cheaper than Jim, so we could get him.
Yeah. God, I really, honestly, if that does happen though, like we gotta to throw a party because I'll be so fucking happy if that actually happens and we fucking call it, because it just for me, the more I think about it, it just feels so right to me. I'm like, I don't want anyone else. I'm gonna be disappointed. I've already set I already set myself up for disappointment because if it's not Timothy, at this point, I'm like, nope, it's Timothy for me. And if they say anything else, unless it's got to be something that I just haven't thought of for me to be.
Well, because here's the thing, and maybe you weren't as in on it as I was.
Yeah,
100%. It was going to be Jason Momoa as Knuckles.
Yeah,
I was convinced, and I wasn't disappointed because when it was
Idris Elba,
I almost freaking said, what's his name? But when it was Idris Elba and how they did, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, this is good too. I'm not upset.
Yeah,
I still would like to know what it would sound like if Jason Momoa was Knuckles, but I'm not upset. This is great. So there's a chance they could get someone. But here's the thing. I think they want someone young.
He just fits. He just, for me, if I'm...
Just because Sonic has a young voice, they want a young...
He just fits. He's the young up-and-comer. He's got that, he can do that edgy, voice. I've seen it in Dune. And he's a gamer. We know he's a gamer.
He's a gamer, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Sonic 3 is in the books. Oh, we got to write the Knuckles show at some point now too.
I know,
Then.
yeah. We kind of did
is
like a guess of what it was going to be, but yeah.
Yeah. I would love if that show is just something weird and different. That'd be cool. Follow us on Twitter, guys. The show is at Sonic Movie Show. I am on Twitter at Ethan, absolutely. Devin is on Twitter at Cursona Fun. The show is also on the Ticks and the Talks, on the YouTubes, every podcast service that people use. If we're not on one that you use, let us know. I don't think anyone uses the ones that we do use besides Spotify and iTunes, but let us know if you're on... I mean, we're on Deezer. I had to, like, hypermute.
That's all I think of.
I had to hypermute that place because even they, like, email just whatever. But we're on a bunch of places. Follow us, listen to us, rate us, comment us,
and
tweet at us.
Tag Timothy on all his social platforms, saying, just tell him play Knuckles or play Shadow. Just say, right, play Shadow, please. Your Shadow.
Here's what you guys got to do.
And at Sonic Movie Show as well, or not? Well, not at Sonic Movie, but like also at like the Sonic Movie. Like,
here's what I want you to do, guys. Whenever any time the Sonic the Hedgehog account tweets anything, reply with at Timothy Clemente, whatever his handle is, and at Sonic Movie Show. I want to see just constantly because I want them to look up, be like, why? Why? And I want him to be like,
does he?
Why?
I don't know if he has any. I have to look up if he has any socials. That's the biggest question. But yeah, do that. Do that. He has. We'll see you next time. Instagram, but I don't know if he has a. Following him now. I don't know if he has a Twitter. Doesn't look like it, but whatever.
Okay.
Find a way.
I'm saying goodbye. Go away. We're leaving. See ya. Watch everything. Goodbye. Merry Christmas.
Oh, he does have one. I already follow his account with our